So, the New Orleans Pelicans have just signed Isaiah Thomas. Not the Pistons legend, he's much too old, but Isaiah Thomas, who played for the Celtics, last played for the Wizards, where he averaged 12 points a game, played 40 games. Wasn't great, has obviously struggled with quite a few injuries in his career. He was once an MVP candidate back in 2016-17. Offensively, he was a great player. And I still think he does have value offensively. Defensively, that's probably why he hasn't been in the league for the start of this year. He's 5'9", so being that tall, it's rough in the NBA. But I still think he can provide value to the Pelicans. And the first place to think about would be his shooting. The Pelicans are a team that needs spacing from the guard position. Obviously, having Bledsoe, who's not a great shooter. I know the percentages might be okay, but it's because defenses are ignoring him. And then Lonzo, who has improved his jump shot a lot and is now a good shooter. But now they have Isaiah Thomas, who can be, a backup or a third string point guard for them. The shooting, when he played for the Wizards, he shot 41% from three on 4.7 attempts per game. That's really good. He can space the floor off of Zion's, pick and roll and his post-ups and his isolations. Zion has been running a lot of point for the New Orleans Pelicans, so Isaiah can play off that. Zion and JJ Redick had an action where JJ would screen for Zion, so whether Isaiah can do that, I'm not sure. How much he'll play, I'm also not sure. He might just be playing with the second unit. And the next thing would be his playmaking. Isaiah, never like an elite playmaker, but still a good passer, someone who's a smart player, knows how to move the ball. At his best, was averaging about 6 assists a game. With the Wizards, averaged almost 4 in 23 minutes a game. So he can certainly handle the ball, bring the ball up, create a little bit out of the pick and roll. The next thing would be attacking the rim offensively. Because Isaiah, he was an very good rim finisher in Boston, just a bit too good, for his height. And then with his injuries, he lost a little bit of explosiveness, lost a bit of juice, and is no longer a very good rim finisher. So I don't think we'll see too much of that. I think it'll be mostly perimeter and spotting up and shooting type of stuff on offense. And then if we talk about defensively, it's not going to be great, but the Pelicans aren't great defensively. Isaiah is just not a good defender. It's not really his fault. So he'll probably be playing against second units. If you can maybe hide him on, a smaller guard, or, whether he could just guard like a wing player who is only looking to shoot threes and wouldn't be willing to post up or just can't take advantage of playing against a smaller player. Maybe he could survive, but, it's not going to be great on that end. And I think the Pelicans know that. And the next thing would be Isaiah as a mentor. He's 32 years old now, has a lot of experience. And if you think of the Pelicans' young point guard, Kira Lewis Jr., Isaiah could definitely help him out. They're similar players in that they're slender and not really physically dominant at all. But players who, Isaiah in his prime, are quick and can get to the rim. And then obviously the shooting and just the creation out of pick and rolls and sets, off-ball sets. Isaiah could definitely help out with that in terms of mentoring Lewis and also just doing that himself. If you think of Isaiah with the Celtics, Brad Stevens designed the offense around him, and it was really effective. So whether Stan Van Gundy can run some similar stuff, the Pelicans, not great defensively, but they do have the personnel in terms of Steven Adams and Ingram and Zion and Lonzo and Bledsoe. Like, these can all be good defenders. It just hasn't worked out so far, though. They're 6-4 in their last 10, so they have been picking it up a little bit recently. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm just happy Isaiah's back in the league, that he's getting another chance. I think he can help them out offensively. It is a 10-day contract, but I think he can help them out offensively with his shooting, and then maybe help mentor those young guys. They need a veteran in New Orleans. So we'll see what happens. I'm happy Isaiah's back in the league. That's the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more NBA content, and I'll see you guys next time.